Buddy. Buddy. Alexa, turn YouTube lights on. Guys. Let's talk Star Wars. So I just got out of the theater. It is currently 3 a.m. on Thursday morning. I live in Australia, for those that are unaware. Just saw the midnight showing of Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. And it's about 2-ish hours, 2.5 hours. And yeah, I kind of don't know where to begin. Now, to be fair, first time viewing a movie is really hard to kind of, especially in a movie like this, it's really hard to kind of take in and digest everything, right? When it comes to what kind of story are they trying to wrap up here, the visuals, the acting, all of this. I'm not a professional movie critic, so let's just start there right off top. However, I am a part of a film team called Ismahawk, if you guys are unaware, link in the description box for that. But we shoot action sequences and short films. And so story is something that we are definitely focused on in what we tell. So with this story, it was interesting. Now, with that being said, this movie is supposed to be tying together this trilogy and the entire Skywalker saga from episode 1 all the way through to 9, including obviously Rogue One and Solo. So with this, it just seemed like a very interesting task to take on because The Last Jedi happened. And to be fair, I actually enjoyed The Last Jedi. I was not one of the ones that didn't really care for it. There was things that I didn't think should have happened in that movie, or there are things that should have been done differently in that movie, but I liked the movie overall. Now, without giving away any spoilers, because I'm gonna try to be as vague as I possibly can, the pacing in this movie was really interesting. At moments felt really good, and then at moments felt like it was just dragging, for me anyways. But on the other side of it, some of the action sequences were really, really dope. This movie had a lot of action in it, by the way. So it wasn't like exposition all the way through, but the first act was definitely a lot of exposition. We did get introduced to some new characters and also a lot of tech, like a lot of new stuff. So like it was interesting. It's like we're still being, shown certain things that we haven't seen before. Not necessarily unnecessary, but it was just something that I wasn't expecting to kind of go through. Then when it started getting into like the meat of the story of what was going on, things took another turn. Now this turn there was some really cool stuff. Set design was awesome. Some of the cities that we're in were really fucking cool. And then also there is the way that they handle some of the Force stuff between Rey and Kylo Ren, some of the things that we saw in The Last Jedi in this movie is really dope. I actually thought it was really cool how they executed it, how they shot it was really dope. And when you see the movie, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, because we hadn't seen anything like this until The Last Jedi. And this is something that they just kind of took it a step further, and I actually love how they took it and where they took it. Now, getting into the third act of the movie, it definitely picked up a little bit more, but still, it felt like the stakes weren't as big as they should have been. Like, at least it didn't feel that way. It didn't feel that way. We had some really cool lightsaber battles. How they handled some Force stuff I thought was interesting. How they tied a use of the Force at the end of the movie to, the origin of the Skywalker story was very interesting. I'll get into spoilers in another video. So if you guys want to check that out, just let me know in the comments and I'll get back to you guys on that. Overall, it was an interesting climax. It was kind of anticlimactic for me. I thought it was going to be bigger than what it was, and I don't know. I just felt it was just meh, you know what I mean? It wasn't. I don't know, and it's hard to say that because I was going in excited but also scared, because I'm like, yo, you have a lot to kind of figure out right now as far as ending the Skywalker saga. Obviously, a lot of you already know that Palpatine's in the movie. How he's put into this movie and everything that is associated with him is interesting. I'll say interesting. There's some really cool things and there's some really interesting things. And yeah. Now, I know it sounds super vague, which it is because I don't want to spoil the movie for you guys. But just know, just because I don't really fuck with it like that doesn't mean that you won't. In my theater, there was a lot of people that enjoyed the movie after the end. I just wasn't one of those guys that was like, man, I'm going to watch this again. I'm probably going to watch it one more time in theaters just to make sure that I'm catching everything. But it'll probably be the last time I watch that movie. It just doesn't, it didn't do it for me. It didn't do it for me. I saw what they were trying to do, and some things worked and other things just did not work for me. But if you guys saw Star Wars Episode 9, let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on it, when you saw it. Please do your best to not spoil anything. That would really suck to spoil something for somebody that hasn't seen the movie. So don't be that guy or girl that does that. That's really trash if you do. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts on that. I'm going to knock this out and go to sleep because I am super tired. And I'll probably end up doing a spoiler review once I wake up and have my time to really process what I just watched. But if you guys enjoyed this, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Till then, stay geek.